Welcome back to Cut to the Banter. We just saw Superman. That was solid. That was
Yeah.
It makes me hopeful for the future of DC.
Yeah, me too.
Like,
Okay, so I think let's start with ranking, and then we
all
can
right,
and then we
right.
can kind of do a little
right.
bit of like a teaser for some of our favorite points in it, and then we can jump into spoilers. And
Yeah.
so you go
a
first.
good
What's
idea.
your favorite? Well, actually, first of all, we got the popcorn bucket. One of them, at least. So
It's pretty fire, low key.
yeah,
I
it's
mean,
a
honestly,
tadpole.
like put a little popcorn in there. It's a good popcorn bucket.
Yes, sir.
Um, ranking just out of 10.
Yep, out of 10.
My gut says 8.
Okay, I
Gut
like
says
that.
8. Yeah.
Now, I think that in a couple episodes, it'll change for me
Yeah.
purely just off of the hype that I felt after. I'm going 9. I'm gonna go 9.
Yeah.
It just felt so much different from any other superhero
Yes.
movie.
And there's parts of it that were amazing.
Yes.
And like it was definitely a moving movie. You know?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
I walked out of the theater being like, I want to watch it again.
Yeah,
I need a rewatch.
Yeah.
To like really nail down that ranking.
Yeah.
Because I think it's either like it's gonna go to that 9 or it's gonna like the ranking's gonna go down. Like,
You think so?
I like
You don't think it'll stay consistent at 8?
I don't know, because I don't know. Maybe it will, but I really think it's either going to become a 9 or a 7 with a rewatch.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I mean, they were just like this was like they created so many I think will be iconic moments.
I agree. Like, it wasn't forced like a lot of the MCU movies have been.
Yeah, exactly.
And like it's authentic.
Yeah.
And
And there's like this is one of the things that I loved about Thunderbolts is it's a superhero movie, but there's an actual theme that underlays it. There's a story being told. It's not just, fighting a superhero, good overcomes evil.
Mhm.
Like, it's not just, like, that's not the theme. The theme is something else.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
it's so cool. Like, I think this is one of the things that really has captured me with these last 2 superhero movies of Thunderbolts and now this is like taking the extra time to actually create like cool moments of cinematography.
Yeah.
Like there were scenes where I was just like, that's clever.
Yeah.
That's clever.
They're giving they're discovering that if they give their directors creative control, that a better product comes out.
Yeah, I agree.
And I really hope that trend continues.
Yeah. I'm kind of interested. I know it's like we literally only heard all of these songs once.
Yeah.
But like the score,
Yeah.
where does that rank kind of within like some of the other movies that you've seen?
Like superhero movies or like
Let's start with superhero movies and we
Okay.
can move towards
I appreciated that at least the songs, not the score, the songs weren't as like in your face, I guess, as Guardians.
Yeah, I agree.
Like I think a good score and like songs is when you don't notice it.
I agree.
A lot of the time.
Yes, I
And
agree.
like and that's especially at that last scene when he was like watching, I guess spoilers, but we'll get into that
Yeah.
later. But the last scene of the movie,
Yes.
the song, like it didn't overpower it. Like
Yep.
it was just
And-
enough.
And I think, and like, because one of the things that I kind of noticed as I watched it was like the like actual songs, not the score. They matched some of the other things that were actually
Yes.
talked about
Yes.
in the movie before,
Yeah,
and I was like,
yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah.
Like just implementing songs that match with what they're talking about, and one of the songs was co-written by
Yeah.
James Gunn. I was
yeah,
like, that's
yeah.
crazy.
I just Yeah,
They really put their blood, sweat, and tears into this movie, and I think the product will show.
I agree, and that's like just James Gunn is just like he just has not missed yet.
Mm-mm.
Like especially within the superhero genre.
Yeah.
Like I mean, you have Guardians 1, Guardians 2, Guardians 3, all absolute bangers.
Yeah.
Superman, like even if I'm not over here like that's a masterpiece like that. I mean, it was very good, better than anything we've gotten in a long time.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I'm gonna put it up there in the space of Guardians 3.
Oh,
Like,
I would agree.
And I
would
understand
agree.
that Guardians 3 is written by James Gunn.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, in recent of what we've seen, I'll put it there.
And I'm not saying that I think it's top 10 superhero movies maybe.
That's kind of what my thought is. Like,
again, I need a rewatch, but like it was very good. I think it was very good.
Yeah, and because this is one of the thoughts that I had, kind of going back to the thought of they had actual moments of cinematography, was like going to the thing that came to my mind was Winter Soldier, like one of the top rated MCU movies, and like it has really iconic moments, like the knife flip and everything, like that's really cool.
On your left.
Yeah, exactly, but those are action sequences of cinematography, but there's not moments that like connect things, because that's one of the things that I saw in the cinematography of this movie Superman was like the specific shots that were like stylistic.
Yeah, there was very cool transitions.
Yes, and the things like flow together, like one of the last scenes, Lex Luthor throws a mug on the floor.
Yeah.
And like if it was any other movie, you would have just saw, it cracked.
Yeah.
They took the time to see like the moment of it cracking and dust being there, like whoa, that's cool.
Yeah.
I like seeing that. And that was really cool.
I think one of the other thoughts I have was like I think this movie will genuinely be like revolutionary, not only for DC, but just for like superhero movies in general. Like
I agree.
seeing one of the big themes of this movie is humanity.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So, and like I think just seeing the humanity in Superman, like if like that, I mean that's like his defining trait.
Yeah. Exactly.
It should be. We've seen a lot of Superman adaptations that it isn't that way, but I think originally that was the intent with Superman.
I agree.
And I think we've gone away from that. Like, you see Iron Man 1, like you see the humanity in Tony Stark, even though he is a billionaire jerk. Like he has humanity even in that.
Yeah.
And I think that's something, we saw that in Thunderbolts. It was a little bit, I feel like it was a little bit manufactured in Thunderbolts.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't bad, but like the only thing that makes me think that was like the last scene where it was like a hug is what got him. But like it makes sense in the story.
Mm-hmm, for sure.
But it was,
and it's like it like you said, it kind of felt manufactured in the sense of like this is the theme. And they leaned so hard into that theme that some of the actions they took didn't quite like make sense.
They didn't land.
Yeah.
They didn't land like they wanted them to.
And I love Thunderbolts.
Yeah, it was great.
Like Thunderbolts was.
I mean, I think I would put Thunderbolts at an 8 with Superman.
Yeah.
Like right now.
Because I think for me, like a solid 9 is where I'd stand.
Yeah.
I might, like with a rewatch, I might bump it to like an 8.5. But I don't know. I would give it, because this for me, and maybe this is just like the superhero fatigue thing, where it's like, and not even superhero fatigue, just MCU fatigue, because every movie looks the exact same.
Yeah. And that was such a strong suit of this movie. It was so stylistic in its editing and its colors and the score and like in everything. It was very, and that's what I appreciate about James Gunn. The Guardians movies had a very distinct style.
Yeah.
But I didn't see that very much other than the score in Superman.
Yeah.
Like it was different.
Yeah, exactly. And like even like comparing Guardians to the rest of the MCU, like everyone loves Guardians for the fact that like it has color. Like that's crazy.
Yep. Yeah.
Every other MCU movie kind of has, it just kind of looks dull.
Yeah.
And it's practical.
Yeah.
Because you're trying to fit this into a storyline. You're trying to get it. You're trying to get it done and make it look like it fits into this timeline and stuff. And so that's fine.
Yeah.
It's just like I really loved just like they didn't do traditional flight sequences. They didn't do like they didn't make the flight scenes look like the flight scenes from Man of Steel or anything like that. Even though like Man of Steel action and the way that they were able to do that is cool. Like it was good CGI. It was good like all that stuff. But even just the way they did the flying, I was like, it's so cool.
Yeah, I like.
And it kind of made him look like he is not an expert yet.
Yeah.
I appreciated that. That was cool.
And I think, I mean, even just comparing this Superman movie to Man of Steel, like it's so much more vibrant. It feels like it has more life.
Yeah.
And I said earlier, like I want to rewatch Man of Steel because I want to see, I want to contrast them. But like I remember really, really liking Man of Steel, and that being really one of the only DC or DCEU, I think was what that one was called. I haven't even seen Justice League. I've never seen Aquaman. I've never seen either of the Aquaman movies.
Oh man, I only saw the first one.
I've never seen The Flash. I have not seen many of those movies.
Yeah, and like, it's just so.
And that like this.
And it's funny because my exact like reasons for liking Superman Legacy, like especially all of the way it looks and everything, is the opposite of Man of Steel.
Yeah.
Like I love the colors. I love the special scenes of like connecting things and transitions and stuff like that. You don't get really anything like that in Man of Steel.
Yeah.
It's very gray in Man of Steel.
Yeah, for real, and that's like it feels like this is a comic book movie, not a comic book adapted into a movie.
Yes.
Like,
and especially like because everyone makes the claim Man of Steel is more realistic and stuff.
Yeah.
But like making everything look gray, that's not realistic. When we go out into the world, we see so much color. And so to manufacture it that way, not my fave.
And it's like that's the whole point of this medium.
Yeah.
I mean, and especially comic books.
Exactly.
Like you can make it whatever you want, and I mean, we have the capabilities today, especially with the budgets they have, to make it look like whatever they want.
Yeah, I agree.
So.
Okay, before we jump into spoilers, do you want to? I kind of want us to like analyze a little bit of like the suit.
Yeah.
Because the suit, I liked the suit. Nothing was like, I don't know about that.
Yeah. I mean, I think all the costumes were great.
I agree.
But his was like, I mean, that's okay. When we were talking about colors, that the suit is what popped into my brain.
Yeah, exactly.
And like, I know I saw like an interview or something where James Gunn said like they were debating on like the trunks, the red trunks.
Yeah.
I think it would have looked way too much like the Man of Steel one without it.
Oh yeah, especially because of how hard David Corenswet worked on his physique. Like he would have just looked so much like Henry Cavill.
Yeah.
And honestly, and I saw like one of those interviews. David Corenswet was like, maybe the reason for the trunks is so that it looks kind of silly.
Yeah.
Because
that like Yes. Okay. I'm not gonna. Yeah.
Yeah. And so like to see that like, you know, because that will go into spoilers, but like to see that,
it's appealing to a child.
Exactly. And oh my gosh, that was so cool to see. Like the children especially, just they latched onto him. He was their hero. I'm so happy that they took time to show those spots of like the kids adoring, because I feel like you don't really see that. Like when you get a scene of like people like hooraying the hero, you don't get the special look into what a hero does to a child, and that was so cool to see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go into spoilers. Let's talk about it.
Okay. I kind of want us to try and work like from beginning to end. And you know, it's going to be hard because this is the first time we watched it. It is fresh in our brain, but it was 2 hour long video or 2 hour long movie. So, okay.
Spoilers.
Spoilers. The intro, bro.
The intro was very good, and I think it, like with the like 3 centuries ago.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
3 years ago, 3 months ago, 3 hours ago.
Yes.
And like Superman's only been Superman for 3 years.
Yep.
And he just got beat for the first time.
Yeah.
And like it's taken Lex Luthor 3 years to analyze him enough, you know, with the clone and everything. Like we'll get there, but and like first of all, I love that this is a young Superman, and you see that a lot, and you see. And I think that attributes to the hope that he has and the humanity that he really does have.
Yeah, and that kind of like idealized view, because people really are very critical on idealism. But I think that's the strength of Superman's character, is because you get that scene with him and Lois when Lois is interviewing him, and she's being very critical.
Yeah.
And you know he's kind of off put by the way that Lois is going about this, but you know his whole thing is people were going to die, so I'm going to save them. He doesn't care about the politics of it. He doesn't care about he's going to save those people, and that was so cool to see. And through the intro, one of the coolest things to me was the way they kind of like changed the feeling of the scene with Krypto grabbing Superman and taking him, because like in the trailers it felt very like serious and this like somber thing where you know, and it's like him appealing to his friend Krypto to take him home. That is not at all what it was. It was Krypto's a stupid dog and is hurt, like messing with him and stuff, and it's like, come on Krypto, take me home. Like and it was cool to see that subversion, because like, and that's I think part of the strength of what they did with the trailers. They showed something, but they didn't show the whole thing, and it made you be like, oh, I'm interested in that now.
Yeah, that's what I noticed. Like all the scenes that were in the trailer were just completely different in the context in the actual movie.
Exactly.
And I appreciated that a lot.
And they did it right, because I feel like people have tried to do that before, and they didn't do it right, and so it kind of felt like they lied in the trailers. Whereas this just felt like you saw the tiny snippet of it to give you this overall feeling of what Superman is about, and then all the extra scenes around those points filled in the gaps of this story, and it was really cool. And this leads me on to like the first point of me looking at the cinematography and be like, that's so cool, is whenever he's flying and he's having fun while he's flying. Like he's flipping around, and the camera's like at his face, and then it flips underneath, and the logo pops out, and it leads us to the title sequence. I was like, that is so cool. That is so cool. And that was just like that first point where I was like, I'm hooked, bro. Like I'm ready for the rest of what you're gonna be giving us.
What's the next part? He does that, and then the robots are so funny. I think that was such a great
Yes, those scenes were
being early Superman doesn't have any allies really other than the Justice Gang, which again that's a really cool thing showing this is early. Superheroes are this is a very new thing.
Yeah, and it's funny to see how it took 3 centuries of metahumans to get this even just this kind of system of people creating groups.
Well, the system that we know it as is just being being cultivated.
Yeah, exactly.
Him going into his what is it called? His lair.
The Fortress of Solitude?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And then it coming out that was really surprising. It coming out of the ice and seeing the robots and then him getting healed by the sun.
That was so cool.
That was really cool. I didn't even know that was a thing. I am I'm not very knowledgeable about DC. Heroes. I didn't even know that was a thing that he got healed from the sun. I didn't even know that.
Brother, what?
I didn't know that.
That's like the 101 of Superman.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. I didn't know that. What I really loved was the whole them creating the lens as this immediate fix for that was cool.
Yeah.
I mean, one of the points in which Superman is his strongest is he flies directly into the sun. And he gets supercharged. Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah. Like I said, I think I know a lot about Batman, but that's really
okay. That's cool. And like you said, this movie gives me so much hope and anticipation for what is to come. And
what is coming?
Yeah, because this is really creating anticipation and hype for
for the future projects. Supergirl coming up.
Yep. Peacemaker season 2.
Lanterns. I'm excited for that. I feel like
oh my gosh, especially the creativity they had with Guy Gardner and the way that he did that
Nathan
was
Fillion. I love Nathan Fillion.
Oh my gosh, it was so good. So good. And there was not a moment where I was like, the CGI is really bad in this section.
Yeah, no, I mean, all the lantern things looked really good.
Yeah.
Crypto looked really good. The flying looked really good. None of the monsters were weird.
No, yeah, it was. They hit all the boxes. There were tiny details for a half a second that you could be like, okay, but that's it, and then you just kind of forget about it, and you're sucked back into the movie. It was so good.
Let's talk about Lex Luthor.
Oh, yes.
Nicholas Hoult went crazy, though.
He did so good. And the way that they portrayed Lex's... the way that they juxtapose Lex and Superman. And then, in one of the final scenes, when they finally meet... And I don't know if this is exactly true, but it was cool to see, they came face to face.
Yeah.
Where there was nothing in between, whether a piece of glass or a someone recording, nothing came in between them facing each other.
I think it's so funny. We didn't see Superman, but he saw Superman and he started running.
Yeah.
But then Superman just threw him across the room.
Yeah, that was crazy. And I want us to talk about that dialogue when we get there.
Yeah.
But and it was really cool to see it took, because I think one of the complaints that I'm kind of anticipating is people are going to be like, man, he got beat up so much. Superman is supposed to be insanely strong or whatever.
Yeah.
But it was Lex has been doing this, thinking about this for 3 years, and he's a genius.
Yeah. Yeah.
He created so many contingencies. And to me, this kind of but like this bumps up the like, oh, maybe Batman could like stand on equal ground with him. If Lex could do it like the way he did, then like you see how contingencies are so powerful in this universe, because like there were so many times Lex was like, this is the way we're doing this, and he created so many things. And what I kind of saw was like there's so many subtle subversions in the movie as we went. I was like, that's really cool. Like they them trying to figure out why Lex is doing what he's doing.
Yeah.
And them saying like it's because he wants to like become king or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, no.
Yeah.
He created that situation so that he could kill.
Yeah, he just wants to kill Superman. And
that's his.
He's created this whole scheme so he could do it without looking bad.
Yeah. And like the continual thing that they're trying to figure out is like why is Lex hurting Superman? And their thing is like, because he wants created a distraction away from Boravia, because he has this alliance with Boravia, and it'll like create this thing. And it's like, but then we get the exact subversion of what that was, and him saying, I created all the stuff with Boravia so that I could kill you. Yeah. I was like, oh my gosh.
And like his motivation was literally it was jealousy. He was like, he believed that Superman he didn't deserve the attention. He was like, I deserve the attention. Look at everything I've built. Yeah.
And okay, we're getting ahead of ourselves. We'll get there to that point. I have some it was so cool. But I really liked the conflict between them still having this mysteriousness around Superman and like his intentions and everything, and the way that connected with the Boravia and the other country. I'm not gonna try and to pronounce it, but like the tension and how it all connected, like, and it connected back into Lex's motivation. Like he's like, I'm gonna make sure people have ill intention on this guy, and then like finding out how, like whenever he was saying like it's the voices of his mom and his dad from Krypton soothe his. Like it soothes him. It gives him comfort and stuff. And he only has like the first half of the tape, and it's like, and then they figure out the rest of the tape, and it's like, oh, Krypton was like, go to these people and rule over them. Yeah. And it's like, everything, his worldview then collapsed because he was like, my parents sent me here to do good, so I'm gonna do good. Yeah. And them being like, no, we want you to be the ruler of this place. And that was so...
Dude, that moment with his dad was crazy.
It was so good. Like, them actually having those deep Southern accents. Yeah. It was so good. Yeah. Like, you really felt like these are his real parents. They really did grow up in Kansas. And it was so good. Oh my gosh.
I mean, do we want to talk about that? What's before that we need to talk about?
I mean, because we had all the stuff with his parents and like them being like, we can finally, Lex being like, we can finally like get the government on our side, and that whole conflict was very cool. Like seeing that happen, and then like after that, it's not this like. At first, it's not this conflict of like, oh, I can't get caught or whatever. He is struggling with the angst of who he is supposed to be, and then we get the part where he's in the cube.
That part is crazy.
Oh my gosh.
With
Elemental Man or something like that.
No.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe I forgot about that. The
It's
Malik.
Metamorpho.
That's his name.
Metamorpho. Yeah.
Okay. And him being able to make kryptonite, I was like, that is insane.
Yeah.
And to me, that's another one of those, like, that's so clever.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's so clever. Of like, okay, there's no kryptonite on the world anymore, but you have this man, who, or this metahuman, who can become anything, and he becomes and like even seeing that and like him wanting to be a good person, but they've kidnapped his little baby, and so he's forced to do this, and then the scene, I was like, before like there's some really funny jokes going on, and the scenes, and they don't overdo it, which is really good, but there are good scenes and stuff, and when they killed Malik, I was like, that took it, like it. I was like, oh, this is serious. This isn't just everyone's invincible. You know, no one gets hurt. You know, I mean, because that's the really cool thing about Superman is he was like able to cause zero casualties. And then, and when Malik died, it like you felt the weight of that, and you're just like, oh my gosh, it hurts your soul.
Yeah, because Metamorpho was like devastated to be involved in it. And like
exactly
knowing that like he is in part at fault for that.
Exactly.
And then that's when he finally breaks and is like asking Superman if he can help. And like and that I think it's so cool that they're picking obscure characters to be in the Justice League.
Yes.
And like hopefully we'll get to see, you know, an MCU type Avengers where like half of these people nobody knows who they are.
Yeah, exactly.
But I mean just like James Gunn did with the Guardians. None of those people were like anybody before the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Exactly.
And like I hope we get to see that with, but like obviously we'll have Superman, we'll have Green Lantern, like even Green Lantern, like outside of like being a comic book fan, the Green Lantern's not very well known. Like you have the Ryan Reynolds movie, but people hate the Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, and then especially Guy Gardner.
Yeah,
like, that's not the mainline. Iteration of a Green Lantern.
Yeah, and I think that's a great pick. Like he's funny, and
Nathan Fillion is the perfect role.
Bro, actually so perfect.
Like it's there's so many points where you're just like, that is so funny.
Yeah,
like that is genuinely just good humor.
Yeah,
and you're just so happy about it.
I'm excited to see. I mean, Mr. Terrific had a big part in the movie.
I was like kind of expecting like Mr. Terrific to just kind of have like a cameo kind of stuff.
Yeah.
No, it was really cool.
He played a big part.
And it was really cool.
I'm excited to see more from all of those characters.
Yeah. And dude, the scene when Metamorpho is like, he's like, I can't make the sun, but I can make something like it. And he's like mixing and then he like, and then the sun comes, and then immediately Superman goes into I'm good, and the sick punch scene where he punches through, like that's so cool.
That was so epic. Like it was earned.
Yes,
and, like,
exactly.
It wasn't just epic to be epic, and like
and I think that's a really good point that you made, of like everything in this movie felt earned. Every time Lex got the upper hand over Superman, you're like, that was earned. Like, that was really smart.
It wasn't just the hero being stupid.
Exactly. And oh man, I think one of the coolest like points of like this is a twist and using music was when we find out like the leader of Boravia was like making fun of Superman and blah blah blah, and then he goes in and he has a teleportation thing to Lex, and that scene when it opens and you're just like boom, and it I was like, oh my gosh, I really felt that in me, like that really was a twist. Like I was expecting him to kind of be like whatever stupid leader or whatever, but no. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is cool.
Yeah, the politics and the like scheming of Lex was crazy.
Yeah, it was so good.
Like genuinely showing his genius.
Yeah, I agree. It was like you actually feel like he's so smart. And they did the same thing with Mr. Terrific.
Mm-hmm.
Like you didn't, because I think with like genius characters or whatever, they also don't feel earned.
Yeah.
Because it's just like they're just smart, and sometimes it can feel like them being smart is just a like an action of plot armor.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whereas like you really didn't feel that way.
And it wasn't just like a personality trait. It was his personality.
Yeah. It was like to the fiber of his being, especially Lex. Like he's a genius, and he knows it, and he flaunts it, and he built his empire on it. And that's cool. I mean, I think that is, I keep saying it over and over again, but it's like one of the ways that I really can just, I think it was a cool movie.
Yeah.
Like everything about it felt just epic, and you're just like, this is good. I feel in this movie.
It was refreshing.
Yeah.
Like it just felt different than any other superhero movie we've gotten in a while.
Yeah, I agree. Okay. We kind of jumped through, but I think we can land at the very end of like him with his ma and pa, and then jumping into that final scene with Lex in their little room thing, and I think we can.
So okay, so I mean after that scene, after Superman is, he's locked up and then he gets out, and there's that whole saga. He fights the whatever. What was the name of those guys? I don't remember. The like security guards.
Yeah.
There was a name of.
I can't remember
because he was pitching them to the government.
Yeah.
But so he fights all them. They're getting like sucked into the black hole. That part was epic.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, no, is Crypto gonna die? And then he goes, and he grabs Crypto,
and like seeing his power of just being able to.
Yeah, and he gets
that was so cool.
And then they make it out. They make it back to the teleporter, and then he goes home, which I think is so cool.
Yes.
Like, and then that scene of him in the bed, where like you can just tell. Like the only thing he's been thinking about is like his worldview is just falling apart. And like we already talked about that a lot, but like that's where that peaks. He's like
yes.
what am I even doing? Like what even is my purpose?
Yeah.
Like, and then you have, bro, that when his dad starts like getting choked up, and his mom's like, oh, he's just a big mush. Like I definitely like my eyes like started watering.
Yeah.
Like that was I don't know, like what is it about? I don't understand what it is about that. Like I think it was just the authenticity of the family.
Yes.
And like they had already been like Ma screaming into the phone like over the table. Like it just like that just like is genuinely like that's a real person.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. And someone who's in a rural area and older.
Yeah.
Like that's something they would do.
Yeah.
And especially like I think for us, because we both have that kind of environment of like rural or like growing up with people who like the rural aesthetic and everything. and that really hit home right there. Just like the tight, the close knit of those three.
Yeah.
It was go ahead.
And then you get the scene with him and his dad, and like his dad can tell like something is wrong.
Yeah.
Like Clark is not good, and so he goes out there, he starts talking, he starts chatting it up, and then you have then Clark starts to open up this was not my purpose, my worldview is destroyed, I don't know why I'm here.
Yeah.
And then his dad would he dropped some crazy bars where he was talking about it doesn't, your parents don't tell you what your purpose is.
Yeah.
You find out what your purpose is.
Mm-hmm.
And when he was like, your parents give you the tools to make a fool of yourself all on your own. And that was so good.
It's so good. Oh my god.
And it was that's real.
Yes.
And I think that's so interesting. That is uniquely something that they understand, because they're not his actual parents.
Yeah.
And but they are. But
yes.
They are at the end of the day.
Exactly. And I really, really liked how even in that little conversation, one of the tools of encouragement that Pa gave him was you only knowing the first half of that video and interpreting it as okay, my purpose is to do good, I'm going to be good, I'm going to save people. It reflects your character, not your parents.
Yeah.
And to me that was that's seeing that it was so cool.
Yeah, and again, his dad getting emotional, it's just so real.
I'm so proud of you.
Yeah.
You feel because I think because that is the connection between a father and a son, is being proud of who they've become. And seeing Pa get emotional over saying that he's proud for his son is just every man can look at that and be like, that's real, that's powerful. Yeah. To hear your dad say I'm proud of you, and for him to be, because his dad said that, being like, okay, I'm good now.
Yeah.
I feel better about myself.
Yeah.
That's such good writing.
Yeah.
And then the scene with the boots.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. So so you have the peak of his questioning, and then it's and then that's where the climax of the movie starts.
Yes.
Is right there when he figures out who he is, and that it doesn't matter what his parents' purpose was for him. And
it's so funny that climax is in this farm in Kansas with his dad talking about how they went and they had dinner with these people at this place, and he's remembering all that stuff. That's the climax, because that's who Superman is. Let's keep going. I'm sorry.
And then his mom was like, you gotta see the box, which was just so funny. Again, these people are human, these are real people.
Yes.
That live in this context.
Yep.
And that moment where he's seeing all this go down, and he's like, I gotta get out there, and his mom is like, I just cleaned your boots, I'll get them for you. That made me emotional. And I don't know why. That was I think that was more of a happy, oh my goodness, that's so cool.
Yes. And the Superman, Clark Kent is looking at the box and is seeing what's happening, and he's you can see it on his face, he's okay, I have to get out there. But the person who verbally is moving it along was Ma, because she's like, I got your boots clean, I'll grab it for you. And I think that's such a cool like the way that they portray Ma and Pa's character, it's not this like, please don't go, we don't want you to get hurt. They're like, this is who you are.
Yeah,
we're gonna support
exactly. Like,
you.
even as much as they probably do not want him to go out there, they understand that is what his purpose is.
Exactly.
And I think that is so cool. I don't think I've ever seen that before.
Yeah.
It's always like, no, don't go. And it's, I have to go. And it's like,
no. And then like because you have the action as like, okay, we're starting to, the hype is there, we're having to defend, there's stakes and like all this stuff as we get into the final act where
and like as that climax goes on, that's where you find out like this whole war was manufactured by Lex.
Yep.
And you know that's where we find out where it's like, oh, Superman is only roped into this because like he's trying to, or so we find out, because he wants to take over half of this country.
Yeah.
And like and that's what we're led to believe as it goes on.
Yeah.
And you know, and then you have the tension of, do I go save this war from happening, from all these innocent people dying, or like literally the universe is being ripped apart.
Yeah.
And
to me, that was so perfect. Like him choosing to go to this spot first. Like he's like, this is where I have to go. Mm-hmm. And we're like, what we're expecting is, you know, he's going to beat these guys and then he's going to go over.
Yes.
But then there's that subversion again where it's like Superman is willing to have help.
He doesn't have to do it all. He doesn't have to.
And that appeals to his humanity again.
He very much has that, like, I have to save everybody complex, but he has trust in other people that they will do the same thing he will do.
Exactly.
I was reading Ultimate Spider-Man today,
mm-hmm.
and I took a picture of one of the panels. That it's Spider-Man, and like this, but I think this also encapsulates who Superman is too. And I think this like Spider-Man and Superman are very similar in this way.
Yeah.
So he's talking to the Venom symbiote. He's talking to the Venom symbiote. He says, and his son has the Venom symbiote.
Mm.
He says, so if you have to make a choice between saving me and saving him, his son, you know what to do, right? And this is the Venom symbiote talking.
Yeah.
He says, yes, Peter, because I'm modeled after you. If that happens, I need to save everyone.
Oh my god!
I was just like, oh my goodness. Like, how does that encapsulate the character of Spider-Man? And I think it also encapsulates who Superman is too.
Yeah.
But I think Spider-Man is the person who's like, I have to do it.
Yeah.
But as Superman right now, being 3 years in, is like, I can trust these other people to go save this country.
And especially because what you're led to believe in the trailers, like I said, this is another moment where the trailers kind of make you believe one thing when in reality the something else really happens. Because in the trailers you're led to believe this little boy holding the flag up, Superman's gonna come save him.
Yeah.
And then what we're expecting is like, oh no, like Superman's all the way over here. And what you're expecting is like he's gonna do something, and you know he's gonna get over there really fast. But then what you see is this green cube that that deflects the shot of one of the Baravian military men, and you're like, oh, the Justice Game's here.
And I think, and like for a moment, I was like, dang it, like it would have been so cool, you know, to see Superman. Like, but again, it plays into that humanity of Superman, that Superman can't do everything. Yeah. He can't be everywhere at once.
Nope.
When, you know, like the literal universe is tearing in half, and like, he kind of needs to be there.
And he's the only one suited to fix that.
Yeah.
You know, and him having the trust with these other heroes to go and do that. And, you know, this can get philosophical, and I want it to get philosophical when we get to the ending dialogue between Clark and Lex and all the actions that Lex took and everything. But, you know, we have this final fight scene with, at first it starts with Mr. Terrific and Superman fighting the shape-shifting woman and in the arena.
What was her name?
And Ultraman is...
Yeah, Ultraman, yeah.
And, like, another point where you see Lex's contingency come into place, where they're like, you put the nanites in his lungs and he'll die that way. And they do that, and it creates this sick scene where they're going... Yeah. And it's like that idea of the, like, his will... Superman's will is overpowering the will of the two people because, you know, he's completely engulfed in this nanite stuff. It's in his lungs. They're going up, and you kind of have this, like, what is he doing? Because what I was expecting is, you know, he's going to go to the sun. Because that's how his powers work. And, like, somehow the nanites are going to, you know... And that's what I was expecting. But it was awesome how Ultraman and the lady are, like, flying, and they, like, the shape-shifting woman, like, barely gets onto him with her nanites and stuff. And, you know, he's still going. Like, he's not stopping. And then Ultraman grabs his leg, and they're on top of him, and he's not stopping. He's still going. And he gets fully encased, and they're like, what's about to happen? And he just flips. That was so cool. Like, that shot was done so good. He flips and he just... And, you know, that's the moment when the shape-shifting lady died. Like,
well...
Okay, but...
She's not dead, but...
No, she has to be. The universe ripped right where they were.
That's fair. Yeah, it did.
But then you get the reveal.
The reveal of Lex Luthor cloned Clark Kent. He cloned Superman. But I did not see that coming until, like, I saw his hair. And I was like, oh, that's a clone.
See, and I was like, who's it gonna be? And you said it, and I was like, how did you call that? But you call, and then it was revealed. I was like, oh no, that's crazy.
And but it's like throughout them fighting, you know, like it's clear that is not Superman. You know, like it just, you know, like, again, that humanity is not there because he's just being controlled by Lex Luthor. Somebody that has no humanity.
And one thing that that kind of struck me was, like, he didn't have a single speaking line. He did not speak once. And so when someone doesn't talk, you kind of have this, like, are they thinking? Like, if you're not talking, there's no thought process going on. And that's what we see Clark Kent wrestle with. Like, his worldview is changing, it's shifting, it's because of everything that happened. And he's talking through it, he's working through it. And, you know, he's a person who is, who's thinking and... all this stuff, and then you get to this clone, and there's like like nothing. He's being told by...
He kind of sees just a hollow version of Superman.
Exactly.
You know, like, he has the powers. But Superman's will and grit is what makes him Superman. You know. Exactly.
And that final fight scene was really cool.
And, like, it was.
And seeing how, like, at the beginning, you're like, Krypto is this dog that is just like...
and that, like, Krypto playing a crucial part in...
winning.
In beating that Superman. Like, he said brain over brawn, and then Krypto is the one that... Like, that was so funny.
That was so good. Funny. Like, I was like... Because I was expecting, like... Superman's going to overpower this clone, and he's going to show how his will is over this one. But it's, again, one of those points where it subverts you, and you're like, no, this is another point of Clark appealing to his humanity and trusting the relationships that he has, and it's crypto this time.
Yep.
And I was like, oh my gosh, that's so good. And then that whole fight scene with like him like chucking the clone. I was like, oh dang! I was not expecting that, and it was good. It was so good.
And then that's after he beats the clone, it shifts to seeing Lex's view, and then like them like freaking out, Lex freaking out, and then like they're all gonna leave, and then that's when you get that moment of he's walking towards the portal, and then he looks to his right. We don't see Superman yet, but then he just starts booking it. But then Superman just like hits him, and he flings to the other side of the ship, I guess, at this point.
Yeah.
And then that's where this conversation happens.
Yeah, and it's really cool because I think on a lot of times when people are writing the story, they have to have the other characters tell the main character who they are. This was the opposite. He had his moments of people supporting him and encouraging and helping him find who he is, but then he's telling the person who's opposing him like, I am more like I have human traits. Like, these are the things that make me human. Yes, I am technically an alien, but I have the same traits of humanity just as you do. And I want
to see if I can find if somebody has his monologue at the end.
Oh, it's good. It's so good. But this is like that moment for me when you see all the actions that Lex took and all the actions that Superman took, and like what you're seeing in my mind is you're seeing Superman gain his humanity because he's figuring it out. He's going through this process of being confident that he can be like, I am a human like you are. But then every action Lex takes is him losing his humanity.
Yeah.
And you're seeing those two timelines.
Yeah.
And then they get face to face, and he's telling him this. And what is Lex afraid of? Lex is afraid that this alien is pointing out the weaknesses in humans, whereas Superman is pointing out the strength that being a human gives him. And when I was like, oh my gosh, like the action of Lex driven by jealousy and rage, killing an innocent human being. He lost his humanity, and you see that in the murder of Malik. And to me, that's why I think they did such a serious tone with that. It wasn't just a death just for the sake of creating stakes for Superman. No, it was showing Lex, he's the monster. He's the alien, not Superman. And that timeline culminating and then being face to face, nothing between them. Clark saying, I am a human. Oh, it was so good.
That's like, again, we talked about this in one of our Invincible episodes about like being human is not what makes you human.
Yeah, like the being the physical thing of I'm born on Earth, so I'm a human is not what makes you human.
No, it is being, that ideal of Superman. Like just always wanting to do good. Always looking for the good in people. Always trusting people. Everything that this Superman is.
Exactly.
And I think it's so funny. Like you see that in a lot of his dialogue. Like he doesn't cuss seriously. Like with that end credits scene where he's like, gosh darn it, I can be such a jerk sometimes. Like, that's so funny.
Yes. And like even when he's frustrated with Crypto.
Yeah.
And then like when we find out at the end that Crypto's not even his dog, it's Supergirl's.
Yeah.
And but like that, and be like, what the heck, Crypto?
Yeah.
I'm like, that's so funny.
Yeah.
Because that shows like the context he grew up in, which was rural America, and still impacting him even though he went to this completely different context. And how growing up there made him who he is. His parents made him who he is. And, you know, and I think that was a really good point of like, that scene is just so good. I really think one of my favorite parts of the movie was when he was with his parents.
Yeah.
It was so good.
Yeah.
And I said this when we ended, like when we finished the movie, like, I'm going to cry when Pa dies because they did such a good job in 3 scenes with Pa.
Yeah.
Creating this connection of, that's a good man who raised a good man. And you feel that connection and you're just like, no, I'm dreading it.
Well, like, because the Man of Steel one is so memed. You know, he's like, when it's like, it's literally Superman. Like what?
Yes. See, and I kind of want us to finish with a dialogue on the differences between Man of Steel and just to kind of like, one, we do want to revisit Man of Steel. But even some of the things that I remember, I'm just like...
Well, and it's like why didn't that Superman succeed?
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah. And I really think this Superman is going to succeed. We live in a tiny town where not a lot of people go to the theaters. This theater was full.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was. Yeah.
And this is at the 6 o'clock showing?
Yeah.
Like, most of the people went to the 9 o'clock.
I guess it is Friday. But
yeah. But it's where we live, not a lot of people go to the movies.
No. Like only like the first showings are sold out ever, and then every other one you can just walk in.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, and like wrapping up the end of the movie, him like him like he's like, yeah, I want my parents to soothe me, and you're kind of expecting like, oh, maybe he just wants to hear the first part of the message again.
Okay, I honestly kind of expected that that's okay. It doesn't make sense now, but like I expected it to be like, oh, like that's not what they said at all. Like,
oh, okay, yeah.
But thinking about it, like that doesn't make sense. Yeah. Like within the arc,
but that's what you're expecting.
Yeah,
is the like, okay, he's going back to like, you know, his biological parents. He's acknowledging that, and then it subverts again, and it's the scenes of Ma and Pa, and again, this is him accepting his humanity, like not being this like I have to be an alien in this human place, and it's like, no, I may physically be an alien because I can do all these cool things, but I'm human.
Yeah, like that theme. I mean, again, this movie is about humanity, and showing like it's not where you're born; it's who are your influences. Like, it's not what you're told you need to do; it's what you're shown you need to do. Like, it's like that whole thing, and like,
and you especially see that with Ma and Pa being okay with him making mistakes, and be like, that's what makes you human. And that as I'm thinking on it right now, I think it's what influenced Superman's dialogue at the very end, whenever he says, I make mistakes, I'm human just like you, and that came from Pa saying like, we give you the tools because you're gonna mess up, and you know, we're going to be here to watch, and you're going to fix those mistakes, and you're going to... And like, I really think that directly influenced that final dialogue, and it was so good, bro.
I think, like, transitioning into that conversation, like Man of Steel versus Superman Legacy. Your brother said something that was just like, oh my goodness.
Yes.
This is Superman, and Henry Cavill was Superman. Like,
yes.
like that like there's more man in this Superman, like, and there was more super in Henry Cavill Superman.
Yes, exactly. And it's like they could probably do the same physical feats, but what was emphasized was he's an alien from this in Man of Steel.
Yeah.
He's this alien from another universe or from another planet. But whereas this is like, yeah, he's an alien from another planet, but he learns what it means to be a human, and that's why we love him. And especially like drawing on those points of Ma and Pa in Man of Steel and Superman Legacy. The reason I hate the way Pa was killed in Man of Steel is because the point of Pa dying is like Superman learning, I can't save everyone. But he died in a tornado where he could have actually saved him. And it's like, it doesn't give you the like, no, it just doesn't fit.
Yeah.
Whereas what I kind of expect going to happen is like, because in the comics he dies from a heart attack.
Okay.
Because like there's nothing Superman could do about that.
Yeah.
And like, oh my gosh, bro. No.
Yeah.
I'm not ready for that.
Yeah.
But like seeing those points are just like, to me that is one of the most glaring points that just it ruins the motivation of Superman for the rest of the movie. Like, why does he, with the way that his dad influenced him, it shouldn't be this like crazy thing for him to take human life.
Yeah.
He let his dad die to protect his identity.
Yeah.
It's like, no, that's not who Superman is. Superman is, I'm going to sacrifice everything to save.
Yeah. I have not seen Man of Steel in so long.
Yeah.
Like, I genuinely don't remember what happens in that movie.
It's
Yeah.
But that's the thing, is I'm kind of thinking will be a cool episode is like a revisiting of Man of Steel. And we can kind of juxtapose the two and see strong points, weak points. Like, I think I already know which one I like more, but
I think it'll be really cool seeing. I think once Supergirl comes out and we see, you know, like this wasn't a one-off. I think that will be.
Yeah.
I'm actually really excited for Supergirl now.
Yeah, me too.
Because it's gonna be this celestial story more so, right?
I think so. That's what it seems, especially with like the scene of like, oh, she likes to go have parties on red sun planets or whatever. And I kind of have a thought of like, I wonder if they're gonna dive into that, of like her doing the red sun stuff and creating this tension of like she puts herself in so much danger by doing that. So I'm excited about what they'll do there.
Good movie. And I think I think there's a lot of movies that you come up and you're like, yeah, that's good, but you could sit and really talk about it for like 10 minutes. We've been talking for like an hour. I think this is probably our longest episode.
Yeah.
And that says a lot.
It does.
You know, like, Invincible is... it's a pretty deep show.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
With a lot of themes. But this was full of themes.
Exactly. This kind of goes back to like what I was talking about with Thunderbolts and everything. Like, these themes that we picked up on were so subtle. It wasn't this like, okay, I'm gonna tell you straight to your face, like Thunderbolts was. And Thunderbolts had the theme of like depression and really dealing with that. And so I think they had to be that way. But when you have a theme of like, what is humanity, you could be so subtle about it in so many cool ways. And I think that's what they did in this movie. Whether intentionally or not, they really captured something here that...
I think talking about it might have bumped my rating up a little bit.
Yeah.
But I want to watch it again. I want to watch it again.
Yeah. And the freaking amazing, iconic moments that will come out of this movie. Like, I was thinking about it. The scene of him flying with Lois Lane and them kissing. To me, that's going to be the equivalent of Spider-Man kissing Mary Jane upside down.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's going to be the iconic kiss scene.
Yeah.
And then the scene of, like, him being in the rubble. And
oh my
it's
goodness.
so good.
Stop, man. That was so epic. Because it was so subtle.
Yes.
And like, oh my goodness.
And this was another one of those points. I know we're going for so long, guys, but there's so much. But like, it really, really intrigued me. Like, every time Superman saved somebody,
yes,
he made sure they got out, and then the thing crushed him, and then he got out. Like, because what he's doing is he's mitigating the, and like, you see him learn. Because the first time he's fighting that beast, he catches it and he throws him up, and then what happens? It's gonna fall into a building, and so he goes and he does it, and then the next thing is this dog is about to get crushed, and he is about to step on it, and he catches it. He like pushes the dog out of the way, and then he crushes and like comes out from under the and then you see that again when he catches the, because like he could just throw it. Because that's how strong he is. Yeah. But he lets it crush him. And then he comes out from the rubble, and he's like, the dust is everywhere, and the sun peeking through. Oh my gosh, dude, it's so good.
Yeah, that's going to be an iconic scene right there.
Yeah, I agree. All right, let's see. Final thoughts. Go watch this freaking movie.
It gives me hope.
Yeah, like, go watch this movie. Go rewatch this movie. Like, let this money make a bunch of money.
Yeah.
So that we can get more movies like it.
Yeah, for real. I think that's so sad. Like, Thunderbolts did terribly.
Yes.
And like,
but that's what I'm really, really, really glad about Superman, because there was so much dialogue about like, if this flops, we're never gonna get a DC movie ever again. In our lifetimes. Yeah. But seeing like how good it is, go watch this movie, please. Like, don't let this movie flop. And I don't think it's going to, because of how popular Superman is. But like, David Corenswet took on this role with humility, and he's doing a great job with it. Yeah. I'm honestly excited about who David's Corenswet.
You know, and they could have brought Henry Cavill back. They could have hired some big name actor, but I really think it is so valuable to have a no name, play such a big character, because having a big name actor will just take away from Superman. Like, it just
like, because I did not know who David Corenswet was before this, I had nothing to judge him on. I had no idea of who this person is, and so it's just like, I'm excited about your acting and the way that you're going to portray this character. So, yeah, it was a really good movie. Go watch it.
Invincible, the last 3 episodes.
Yep, they're coming up.
So excited.
And like, what a time to live with superhero media, man. Like, the themes are there, and they affect who we are. And I think that's one thing to kind of go into, is just like, or to leave off with, is like, yes, these are movies, but they're telling a story.
In a world filled with a brainless slop, this is not brainless slop.
Exactly. Go be creative. Let these creative stories impact you and affect you, and go tell other creative stories. So, thank you for listening to Cut to the Banter. Bye.